super basic question. You don't have a kilt yet. You've never owned a kilt. You want to get a kilt. Where the heck do you start? What is the very first thing you should do once you suddenly get the idea, oh, I think I might wear a kilt? How do you really get started in all this rationally?
Sure. Two things. One, decide where you want to wear it. They're kind of connected. Decide where you want to wear it. If you're going to wear it out casually, to the mall, to the store, just as a lifestyle kind of thing, that's going to be a different decision than if you're going to wear it for your wedding and dressier functions, as well as to the mall or Celtic festival or whatever. Mm-hmm. Two, decide what type of tartan or non-tartan you want. Do you want to do a solid color utility one, or do you want to do a tartan kilt? If you do want to do a tartan kilt, do you have family lineage that you want to kind of tie into? Do you want to have is there a district that you want to, represent? Are there particular colors that you want your kilt to be, because red's your favorite color and you want to do a red kilt? So you have to kind of mull all these ideas around in your head, kind of boil it down, and then you'll have a little bit of inkling on, okay, I want to wear my family tartan and I'm going to just wear it casually, so maybe I'll look at a casual type kilt. Or I want to wear my district tartan, or I want to wear just a nice bold red tartan to be the loudest kilt at the St. Andrews Society dinner, and I'm going to, get a formal kilt because I'm going to be wearing it for more formal events. So you kind of have to really dissect yourself and your intentions, and then make decisions based on that, so that you're not wasting money.
Yeah, I'd say imagine yourself in the scenarios. Imagine yourself out doing something in a kilt, and imagine what kilt feels right for that occasion. It's all about where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing. Yeah, and then should you consider budget at the same time, or is that secondary?
Yes, budget's always a thing.
Yeah.
For 99% of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's partially why you need to really figure out, where do you want to wear it. That's part of the budget thing. If you say, I want to wear it for formal events, then I wouldn't recommend the casual kilt. But if you're on a budget, then you may want to, not the casual, but maybe the next one up. Mm-hmm. Or start asking questions of the kilt maker, and what is the nicest kilt I can get for about this much money? Mm-hmm. And kind of work with whatever company you want to work with, but work with them back and forth to kind of figure out, within your budget, here are some things to consider. Where should I go with this? And trust them. So whether it's us or whether it's another company, any good company with a good reputation is going to be able to kind of guide you through the process. One of the things we kind of talk about is, we're not really salesmen. We are more guides to Highland wear. We want to make sure that whatever you want is what you end up with. The expectations match the reality of the thing that you end up with. Yeah. So we want to, a good company will help do that, and will help take your actual feedback, your wants, your needs in the outfit, and then steer you in the right direction.
Yeah. And I would make sure that, to be realistic, make sure that when you're doing that initial budgeting kind of brainstorming, leave room for a couple of accessories. It may be just a sporran.
Fair.
Or maybe a sporran and a pair of kilt hose, or it may be a sporran and a belt, but almost certainly you're going to want to get a sporran at the same time. So make sure you leave room for that in your figuring.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this. When you get a kilt, you can still start with a basic sporran, and then work your way up to a nicer, fancier sporran.
Sure.
If it's, if budget is the main concern, I'd say stick the bulk of your resources into the kilt, and then accessorize accordingly. And it's easier to buy, just using an example, money-wise. If the kilt is $500 and you have a total of $600 to spend, then get a nice kilt, get a pair of hose, a set of flashes, and a $50 sporran, and then, as money allows later on, it's easier to replace a $50 sporran than a $500 kilt.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you're like, I wish I'd spent the extra money to get the nicer kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it like, when you're building a house, you put in the money into the structural things that you need to be there, that are going to be much more expensive to replace later on. than the little upgrades like, I'll replace the carpet in 5 years. It's not a little upgrade, it's money, but it's better than moving all the walls. Or, I'll redo the kitchen counters in 10 years and I'll save that money instead of buying granite and I'll put this extra area on this room over here.
Right.
You want to think of the things that are going to be more expensive to do later that you can get away with for now and then invest the money in the
foundation. Make sure
Yeah.
you got your foundation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.